Hey everybody, look, it's what in the world was that? Did you hear that?
Hmm? Oh,
Did you guys hear that? That was weird. Okay. Yeah, Nick's not here again. Well, if you guys weren't able to tell, he's actually at a concert tonight, so that was
he's on a date.
his thing. I that's what we're hoping. So cuz I didn't get into the specifics. But how's it going everybody? And the only reason we're slightly a little bit late is my mic is having problems. So hopefully it sounds fine. Hopefully everything looks great. I'm hoping it sounds fine. Everything looks fine. Okay. So, but what is it, Nick? Nick finally in a date. What? That's sad. That's sad. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Yeah, you see what we're talking about tonight. We are talking about this awfulness that is the Game Awards. And if you guys have been following it on X, they started posting and stuff. But we'll get to that in a minute. Hey, D man, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good.
That's
Life's
that's
been
good to
treating me
hear.
pretty well lately. So,
So, what you been playing?
not a lot, but I did go back to Astrobot and play the speedrun levels, which were
Uh,
fun.
John says I'm cutting in and out. Can you guys hear? Can you hear me fine, D man?
I can hear you fine, yeah.
Okay, so hopefully that's not mine, or hopefully it's just an internet connection or anything. Yeah, Cody says I'm cutting in and out. Hmm, I don't know. I don't have another mic, and I'm gonna have to rewire this. Justin G says I can hear you. Okay. What I'll do is I will work on this tomorrow or after this and see what's going on. Hey, I feel like Craig. If you guys watch Side Scrolls, you know he's notorious for having mic issues, and they make fun of him all the time for it. But yeah, where was I going with this? Oh, okay. So you've been playing Astrobot, and that's it.
That's really all I played was the speedrun levels I revisited. Other than
So
that,
you
I've
said
kind
you
of
beat the
been
game, right?
Oh yeah, I platinum trophy it. I loved it. I loved it so much. I did
Wow.
everything. I
See,
100% it.
I was playing that last week. This week, I've only been playing one game
Hmm.
because I went back and I got it to finally fix the save issue on my PS5 Pro and started playing it. And I didn't realize how close to the end I am. And that's Spider-Man Remastered for PS5.
Oh. Mhm.
So I didn't realize I was so close to it when I last time I played it. So I'm like, all right, let me just finish it. I got the save bug to work, uploaded my save file, playing it on the highest pro fidelity thing. It's smooth 60 frames with ray tracing. It's really
Ooh.
really nice. But that's all I've actually been playing this week. Otherwise, I've been doing some Christmas shopping, early Christmas
Ooh,
shopping,
that's good. That's good.
getting it out of the way. I'm one of those guys. I don't wait to
Yeah,
the last minute because I used to wait to the last minute and it was just a
it sucks.
nightmare.
Yeah.
So I learned. In my old age, I learned.
I'm gonna start this week probably. I had to get a new Visa card because mine had told me someone maybe spent money or something that it canceled that. So I just had to cancel the card. It took a week before I got a new one, so I just had cash. And where I went this past weekend was card only. I felt bad
Of
because I had to give
course.
it cash, and it was like whatever. Yeah. So
Such is life, right? But nothing happened with your card.
yeah,
Everything
we're all
was
good.
taken care of.
Yep,
That's good to
we're
hear.
all good. Yep.
Wait, John saying I saw some new Turtle Boys and Rossi. I actually went to what do you call it the other night, Burlington, and I got quite a bit of stuff for some new videos. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna make a member video showing you guys all the stuff that I've picked up in the last week and that was sent to me for the videos for the next like week and a half
Burlington has
because
some really cool stuff you can
I
find.
I got a couple controllers and I got something really cool and I'm not going to spoil it. So
Mm.
this is pretty nifty and it was almost 50% off regular price. I think it was like 45% off from what the regular price was. It shows it on the bottom and I
Mm.
honestly had no clue that they sold these. So I was like, this is going to be a fun video to do. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it because of the size of the product, but it's gonna be a little fun. So, do you have any plans for videos coming up or in the future or
Well,
for the holidays?
I at least just made a video yesterday on Switch 2 and how it's like the most important
Did
Nintendo,
not get the notification.
like the importance of this console is how it's super important for reasons because how successful the Switch has been. So
Mm-hmm.
I did make a video on that. I
What
finally
what what
made the time.
what is he talking about over here? Cody says, "I see people get Burlington or TJ Maxx hauls, but mine's have nothing. It depends on the time of year. Mine usually only has stuff around this time of year. During the, summer or the spring, very little, very very little, especially Ross. But yeah, well, you guys saw I put out those member videos. All right, we've gone on long enough of 6 minutes of just blah 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 blah. Let's get into the meat and potatoes because this is going to take a while. We're only addressing one topic today, and that's, well, the Game Awards. And you guys know how I feel about the Game Awards. We've never talked to D Man about how he feels about the Game Awards because Nick and I were doing this podcast last year and we covered the same thing, and it was a joke,
I
really.
think I was. I want to say I watched you. Yeah, I watched you guys then. I was watching you guys when Nick voted. I remember.
Yeah, that was because I think you've been there almost the entire time because
Mm-hmm.
we're just a little past a year and some change now. I think
Yeah.
I can't remember. We're a year and some change if you don't count the 3 month break. And I'm going to address Cody because I know he's been asking about why it didn't go up on Spotify. I'm not going to put anything up on Spotify until episode 50 or 51 because we got to get. I want the podcast to get back in the groove 100% because the last episode was kind of Aki with, what do you call
Mm-hmm.
it, Nick jumping in late and everything, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right, so that's when we're going to start episode 50 or 51. Don't know. We'll see. Depending, hey, tonight might be a fantastic podcast, and I might decide to upload this one instead. But no, I'm probably going to do 50. Yes, last year was a joke, and this year is going to be a dumpster fire. Now, before we get into it, I want to ask you, D-Man, what have you seen? Have you looked at anything? Have you seen
I
any of the nominations or anything?
I've seen some of the nominees a little bit. Yeah, I seen Game of the Year. I didn't look through all of them, but I did see Game of the Year, the nominations, and I'm like, okay, just because of some reasons.
Yes, we'll
Of the
get
other
into that
stuff.
reason
Okay.
as soon as we see the game of the year. Now, did you vote?
No, not yet. I was gonna do it.
Because
I'll
your
do it
vote
now.
means nothing.
Yeah, I figured. I'm not, but I'm going to anyway. Screw
So
it.
yeah, the audience's vote only matters about 10%.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's all these left wing journos that hate gamers. Their opinion is the only one that matters. So yeah, the Game Awards is a bunch of crap, and I think we just look at this every year as a joke. But this
Yeah.
year, you do know what's not going to be a bunch of crap.
Hmm.
The real Game Awards. Yes, those are that's Craig's doing over at
Oh,
Side
yep.
Scrollers. You got to everybody just go over there, head to the Real Game Awards, the website or Side Scrollers and whatnot. You can watch it and listen to them and vote over there because this is what actual Game Awards, real Game Awards are because it's the voice of the people.
It's all actual gamers that are
Yeah,
voting.
and they're not limited to
Mhm.
what is it? I think there's 5 or 6 in each category for
Yeah.
the Game Awards. No, they're depending on how many they think qualify. They could have,
Yeah.
a category that has 5, a category that has 8, a category that has 9, and it all depends. So,
Yeah.
with that
That
being
is.
said, wait till this is over, and then I'll actually throw the link for the Real Game Awards into the chat. We'll get into that,
The,
John. John said something
the,
there. We're trust me, we're gonna address that.
I want to roll back to last year for a second because like
Mm-hmm.
like I get Diablo or not Diablo. Baldur's Gate 3. I
Right.
never played it. Wasn't really my type of game. but I don't.
I didn't like it.
There, I don't know. I feel like I know Tears of the Kingdom was nominated. I was kind of
Right.
surprised it didn't win, but
I'm not.
mm,
There were no politics in it. So it's same reason. Well, I'll hold on to it until we get into.
and you know what? You know what? Too like Spider-Man 2 wasn't even nominated. It had like barely any nominations.
Because it's really just the same game as Spider-Man Remastered or the first
You know,
version
yeah,
with just
some
another
extra
playable character.
and a couple small mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't win anything, and I honestly,
Mm.
Jim Wilson says 98 says it didn't win anything. Yes, you are correct, and I didn't really care. Like I don't even think I watched it last year
Mm.
because all I cared about was the trailers and the announcements, and that's the only thing I care about this year.
Oh yeah, the
And
announcements are like the only reason. That's why so many people
yeah,
still tune in is for the announcements of
hmm
try hoping for something cool to actually be
right,
shown. You know.
exactly. So I've got it pulled up here, and
Yep.
we're gonna vote. It's I'm gonna be the one voting here on the fly. So if you guys don't agree with me, tough, but we
That's
will
fine.
discuss. We will
I'll vote
discuss
too.
this. So there we go. Here are the nominees. Let me pull this up here. It says view all categories or just start voting. This is going to be on the 12th of December. There's something I'm doing that day. I will be rather busy. I got Creed coming. Did you know Creed's going to come to concert in Orlando?
Oh, that's
So
cool.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Creed. So and then in January I have Nonpoint. I really love Nonpoint. If you guys don't know them, okay, but we're talking about the Game Awards here, not concerts. All right, so let's click start voting.
That'll start with
All
Game of
right,
the Year.
Game of the
Yeah.
Year. This is where they start with Astrobot, Balatro. Okay,
Uh,
it's a card
I'm
game. I
sorry.
went
What?
into Best Buy today, and I picked it up. It's a $20 game. It's the first time I have ever seen it,
I don't
and
even
I'm
know what it
like,
is,
oh,
man.
it's a card based game of some sort.
Why is this not Stellar Blade? Like,
Thank you,
like I haven't even played Stellar Blade yet, but I played the demo to know the game's worthy of Game of the Year.
Balatro. I have no clue. Black Myth Wukong, and it's
All
funny
right.
in their initial tweet on X when they put out the post, it said Black Myth Waking and not Wukong. So people were just having a heyday with Black Myth Waking. And then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Okay.
Woo!
Metaphor Refantasio. All right. And then we're going to talk about this nonsense.
Okay, yeah. So with Elden Ring, I am at a point right now where look, I love Elden Ring, but this is I get it's an
It's
expansion.
DLC
It's like 40 50 hours worth, but it's DLC. It
to
doesn't
a game
make
that came out 2 years ago.
it's going to win too. Watch. Watch it freaking
Ugh.
win. Watch it win because it's Elden Ring. Watch it freaking win. I swear, dude. Watch him give it to Elden Ring. And he's so stupid.
See, I think it's like now that they've changed everything to where remasters, definitive editions, and DLC can all be Game of the Year. I'm like,
I,
that's stupid. It's
yeah.
not a game.
I
It's
just talked to someone about this today, and I was like, and we completely agreed they need a category specifically for like
for
DLC.
DLC remasters.
Yeah,
Or yes,
yes, exactly.
yes.
I mean,
Like
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, that is a remake, but not a remake, so that's like
right.
different. So that I could see in Game of the Year 100% because it's literally totally different. You know,
Okay.
it is a brand new game, but
Agreed.
Elden Ring, that's DLC.
Yeah.
A card game? What the heck? What the heck is a Balatro? I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't even know it existed until I went into Best Buy today.
Yeah, no, yeah, me either. I didn't know this game existed.
I was
don't
like, this is a
understand.
thing?
It doesn't make sense. You could have went with Stellar Blade. You could have went with Dragon's Dogma 2. You could have went with there was
Thank
multiple
you.
others. There was multiple other games that they totally could have chosen.
You know why they're not going to nominate Stellar Blade?
Because
Pretty Girl and Boobies.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. You can't have Pretty Girl and Boobies. That's wrong. Bad.
They could have even thrown freaking Zelda on there. Like even. Not that
Thank
it's
you.
worthy, but I'm just
Oh, no,
saying
no,
they
no,
even
no.
could have.
Just wait. Zelda gets snubbed. So, but okay, if I have to vote, I wanna do Black Myth just to go
You
like
already
give
know
him the
mine.
finger, but I really loved Astrobot.
Yeah,
I think Astrobot was my favorite.
it's so good.
I haven't got into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth enough, and the
Hmm.
battle system is it's all right.
And it's really long too. It took me like 150 hours to finish.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
And
because
then
there's so much side
Metaphor.
stuff.
Did you buy Metaphor?
No, I know it's a lot like Persona, but I
Yeah,
heard it's really good.
I picked it up because my friend recommended it, and I haven't played it because what was I playing? Astrobot. So you
That
know
and
what?
Metaphor, you got to play like 80, 90, 100 hours to finish. So
Yeah.
it's a commitment.
So I want to do Black Myth, Wukong, but you know what? Astrobot.
I
Next
won't even be
category.
mad if that wins.
No, I'm
I
not
won't
going
be
to
mad at
change
all.
my vote. Okay,
Astrobot
best
is
game
meh.
direction. Wait. Best game direction. It's the same thing. It's the
It's the
same
same exact
games.
thing.
And you know what?
Same.
Okay, for this one here, I really think for creative vision, this is
Yeah. I'm going Astrobot on that.
yeah. Did you play Wukong?
No, I haven't. I still haven't.
It's really tough between these two. This game is really just creative vision. Nah, Final Fantasy VII. It's a remake,
Yeah.
and that's DLC, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna go with Wukong on this one. Gonna go with Wukong on this one. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Wow,
This is unfair for me because I only played one of them.
two of them are remakes of really great stories.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of this. I tried. I Infinite Wealth. I didn't play it because I'm not a big fan of the
Yeah, because
Yakuza series.
I haven't
So
played
if
them.
I had to say, it's between.
Final Fantasy for me, hands down. But
I
that's
love
me.
7, but I like the original.
Hmm.
Boom. Yeah, Silent Hill 2 because I have been playing it. I
Dude,
haven't played it in a
I
week,
watched a
but
little bit of gameplay on that, and I'm just like, man, those creatures are terrifying.
yeah, the best art direction. Oh, so they took out Blotintro, whatever.
What the heck is a Neva?
I don't know,
Is it
but
an indie game? Like,
it looks like crap. I have seen it. It looks like crap. It looks like
oh,
a
I
Tumblr
noticed.
game.
I think that was announced last year at Game Awards or at Summer Game Fest or something.
I don't know, a
I know,
Tumblr
I
game.
recognize it. Yeah,
But art
art.
metaphor is just gorgeous. The art, the character design, everything. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
These two are fantastic. They look great.
Mhm.
But the
Mhm.
art really sticks out in metaphor. So I'm going to go with metaphor.
I can. Yeah, I can actually. Even though I haven't played it, I can agree with that. It looks. Yeah,
And
yeah.
wow, look where Stellar Blade gets put in.
That
Best
is
score and
dumb.
music.
That is dumb. You put a card game over that, and you put it in music, and that's it.
Yeah, but this is just them going, see, we nominated it for something. It got nominated. Yeah, of course it's not going to get Game of the Year because they don't like pretty women. They don't even know what a woman is, the people actually voting on this. I'm going to have to go with Final Fantasy VII
Yeah.
Rebirth
Yes.
because, yeah, it's
The
still
music is
rearranged Sakaguchi.
It's
So,
it's
Hironobu Sakaguchi.
phenomenal in every way.
And, yeah, Nobuo Uematsu. Sorry, Uematsu.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that music is something else.
Yep. Best audio design. What?
I feel like this one's like
Astrobot.
usually Astrobot
Because of how it works in tandem with the controller
color.
and the game. And it just does like when he's jumping around
Yeah.
and running. I mean, it just brings you the in-game audio with the controller using it. I think Call of Duty's freaking Call of Duty. It's just bullet sounds. Come on.
Yeah, that I feel like
Silent
that's
Hill's
always
really good.
I feel like Call of Duty's always nominated. when it comes to best audio design for some reason. But I think it won during Modern Warfare 1, I think, remake. That
Mhm.
game actually won some awards because it was actually a decent Call of Duty for
Wait, why
once.
is Cody saying take Astrobot off the list?
How dare you?
No.
No.
Blasphemous.
Do you
That's
do you hate Mario because it's PlayStation's Mario?
yeah. And it's funny because everybody's talking about what happened to Sackboy. Yeah, no one wants to play with your sack. We're playing with Astrobot.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do Astrobot. Who? Wait. Award for individual for voice over acting, motion, and or performance.
I'm biased. I'm sorry. You already know.
Uh
I met her. I met her. at
Brianna White.
PAX. Yeah, that's mine.
Life is Strange. That game sucks. That's a really crap series.
I heard
She
the new one
doesn't
was
even
disappointing too.
Star Wars Outlaws. That doesn't even look like the chick.
No, it doesn't look anything like her. It's so stupid they didn't even use her design.
I don't know who he is and what character did he play.
He's not the main character, right?
I don't know. And then yeah,
What?
we're I'll go with you on that. Okay. Innovation in access really.
What even?
It's the woke awards here.
What am I saying?
Can I just skip this one? This is terrible.
Hardware that is pushing the medium forward. Technology content.
Yeah.
I mean, what would be the most enjoyable? I mean, maybe Prince of Persia. I don't know. I played the demo for it.
Yeah, no. If I had to pick the one that I actually didn't go and put in more time after playing. No, I actually liked Call of Duty a little better than Diablo because Diablo was I love Diablo 3, but
yeah, I like
this
it too.
one sucked.
Yeah,
it took them a while to fix it.
Yeah, I heard some of the DLC stuff was probably better.
Yeah.
It improved it some.
Yeah, it was like I played for I don't know how many hours during the beta and I was just like, I'm bored. And I did not get like that in Diablo 3. Diablo 3 was fantastic.
And Dragon Age is trash, and Star Wars Outlaws we know is
trash.
It's just trash.
This one was it's the definition of meh.
Yeah, just okay.
I never thought I'd vote for Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Games for Impact. What is
that?
Oh my god, it's Sweet Baby Inc. It's all of Sweet Baby Inc. garbage. I'm gonna go with Senua because all these.
Yeah, that's
those are just that's for DEI points up here. That's garbage. Award to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player. So live service game is basically what they're saying.
Fortnite's gonna win that probably. Well, Final Fantasy might win that. They have beaten it before, I think, but
Helldivers.
Those are like the only
Helldivers was great.
I have heard really good things. It could
Helldivers was great.
They might give it to Helldivers.
Ooh, Justin says FF7 Rebirth is hot garbage.
He's just kidding. He's never played it.
So I think I'm biased because I've played all of these games up here except for Fortnite, and Final Fantasy's gotten a little boring. Diablo sucks. Destiny got boring. Helldivers is still great. I mean, I really like Helldivers.
I'll go with you on that. I haven't played it, but I'll roll with it. You normally I'd be like, oh yeah, Fortnite. They know what they're doing, but
Best community support.
Oh,
recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. Why in the world would you put Helldivers here? There was a massive scandal about their community lead who was like just went off the rails, like ultra woke, insulting anybody that was a conservative on theirs. They had to like I don't know if they fired the chick or it or they them. I don't know what, but there was a big issue there. Like there was a fight between like of words between Grum and them. It was all wow. But No Man's Sky I think is the best because
No Man's
game's
Sky,
really come a
it won last year, I think. Yeah, I mean, No Man's Sky keeps going and going.
And I think it's honestly the best one up here because
That's fine.
again, I hated this game.
Yeah.
I love old school D&D. I love the old school Baldur's Gates, but this one was just so cringe and I was like, no thank you. And I tried to kill everybody just for shits and giggles. And it's like, nope, you can't, nope, nope, nope. Why can't I kill this person? Oh, and then I was told that later on you can kill them. I'm like, but I don't like any of them. Let me just kill them all and get them out of the way. Like, so okay, No Man's Sky.
Yeah. No Man's Sky.
Alrighty, let's see what's
Best
next.
best
Best independent
indie.
game.
I don't know any. Oh, wait, whoa! Balatro's an indie. Okay,
You know
so
what? I don't know. This one sounds kind of cool.
you know
And the
what?
laser eyes.
You know what? I should have just voted for Balatro for Game of the Year just for the heck of it. Like
It's not like
Balatro's
your
gonna
vote
win.
counts.
Yeah.
You know what? What the heck?
Balatro for best indie. All right.
Best debut indie. Isn't this the same ones? The Plucky Squire, Pacific Dive, Manor
Plucky.
Lords.
Okay. I heard Plucky Squire is pretty good. I did watch someone play that a little bit. So I'm going with Plucky Squire on that one.
I just
I
like the
don't know
way
what
this
any of these
looks.
others are.
Manor
Manor
Lords. That sounds pretty
Lords,
cool. I've never heard of
Slavic
any of these
Magic,
games.
Hooded Horse. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go right there. Just because I like the image. Best mobile game.
Well, you already know what's going to win that. It's freaking Balatro, not Pokemon. It's not going to be Pokemon. Why would it be
See,
Pokemon? You have
I looked
Balatro.
this game up. I got a bunch of ads for
Oh,
Wuthering
wait.
Waves.
Oh, shoot. Zenless Zone Zero, though. That's Hoyoverse. That's
Yes.
big. That's probably
So
going to win.
these two, this one's recent. I saw that. AFK Journey. Again, these are all ones that you see advertised on X all the time.
But Balatro gets Game of the Year nomination.
Yeah. You know what? Screw them all, Pokemon.
Sure. Freaking
Okay.
Pokemon.
Best game experience playable in virtual augmented reality, irrespective of platforms. Okay. I don't play VR. Metal
I really
Hellsinger
don't.
VR was really cool.
I didn't play it in VR. I have only played it on PC. I loved that game. It was fun. That's probably maybe it's the Doom fan in us that'll just
Yeah.
like it.
I
think
heard
that's
the
what it is.
Batman's pretty good, but
Yeah.
because the only one I played was Metal Hellsinger, even though it wasn't in VR, I just played it on console.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that. And then we both seem to be.
Yeah, no, I'll go with that because I loved that game.
Look at that.
Oh, now it's on. Now you
Uh-huh.
give us Warhammer as well. You finally bring Warhammer into there. I'm not even a Warhammer fan, and I've seen people love that game talking
Oh, the
about it.
game's
Like,
fantastic.
yeah, it's like Gears of War. It looks awesome.
So besides Call of Duty, they just said, all right, we're just gonna give some of my favorite games. 4 out of those 5 were some of my favorite games this year.
Hey, you finally actually give me an actual good freaking section with best action game here. Yeah, like I know
This is tough. Warhammer or Stellar Blade? I
haven't
like
played either
Wukong,
yet,
but I liked Warhammer better than Wukong. Oof. Helldivers I liked. I liked better. I liked Helldivers. They're very different. I'm gonna go with Stellar Blade.
I agree.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with it. I
Yeah.
love my hack and slashes.
So you're gonna do your voting after this?
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, you're doing it as we speak? Okay.
Yeah.
So best action adventure game.
Now
Really? Star Wars
there's Zelda.
Outlaws?
Now Zelda's somewhere.
This is one of the worst received, worst reviewed games. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's why I
Because
didn't
of
play it.
Ubi crap.
Well, I don't even think it was like they could have had there's so much potential, but like other than like if they make a third Jedi game like Jedi Survivor,
That's gonna be good.
that's the only thing I'm interested in. Like in Star Wars right now in general, like
You're right.
nothing is really. There's nothing like I'm open to a Mandalorian movie, but season 3 was like so forgettable
Awful.
that I'm just like, I don't even know if it's gonna be any good. Really, like it's just stupid, man.
Which
Everyone
one-
I talk to just
Which one you picking here?
Best action adventure is probably straight up Astrobot because I haven't finished Zelda. It's just hard for me to be hooked on the way I was Astrobot. Prince of
Okay,
Persia,
I
I only
agree.
played the demo,
I
so
agree.
I mean, yeah,
Prince of Persia was it was meh, the game. Silent Hill 2, I played the original. I really liked it. It's survival horror. I wouldn't call it action adventure. This one is a little bit more action, but Legend of Zelda, yes, but I'm going to go Astrobot as well.
yep. Like I haven't played a PlayStation game. I don't include Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. If we don't include that, like Astrobot was like that first PlayStation experience where I know people who bought a PS5 to play that dang game because
Uh huh.
that loved 3D platformers because it was like, wow, PlayStation actually listened and
Really?
gave us a full Astro game like Mario. Like people who are big Mario fans like that, they love that kind of stuff.
Best RPG, another DLC.
I
Elden Penis Ring. I mean, um,
like Elden Ring.
Dragon's Dogma, Final Fantasy, or Metaphor. That's
Well, this
tough.
is me. I already know what my pick is. So
Yeah, it for me it's between Dragon's Dogma and Final Fantasy.
about time Dragon's Dogma is
Yeah,
nominated.
and it's up against Final Fantasy, and I honestly think I'm gonna go Final Fantasy.
I think Final Fantasy might just end up. Well, Metaphor could win that, but no.
Oh no, that's not fair.
Oh, oh, no, it's not.
Okay,
It's really not.
I'm gonna tell you, I do not believe Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection should be here because these are all just re-released games from decades ago.
Yeah,
So they would have been better off back then.
yeah.
Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising is awesome.
It does look
Dragon
awesome.
Ball is awesome.
Yeah.
Multiverses,
Eh.
eh.
Tekken's awesome.
Tekken, I'm not a big fan of Tekken, but it was all right. But if I had to pick, just because of my bias, it's Marvel vs. Capcom. It's not fair, but
My
it's my
my
bias.
bias is Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
That hurts a little because I love Marvel vs. Capcom, but that's fine.
Oh no.
Oh no is right. Oh
Oh,
shoot.
oh, this one's a tough one. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Uh,
Best family play. Okay, Astrobot is single player. Princess Peach is single player.
yep.
Zelda is single player. I don't know much about Plucky Squire because it says appropriate for family play. So, as a family, people playing together, the other ones, you know, kids can play, or if dad's playing, the kids could watch any of these. But I say family play.
Yep.
And I know Mario Party Jamboree is supposed to be like the best Mario Party.
I agree with you. Yep. Because we're talking
Yeah,
group family
yeah.
together, not single player.
Did you play any of these? Best Sim strategy? The only thing I played was Unicorn Overlord.
No.
Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord. Just because Unicorn Overlord's the only thing I've ever played on this, I'm going with that.
Yeah, I mean I see Atlas, so screw it. Sure.
Oh, okay. Best sports racing. Why did you even bother put slash racing? F124. You've got one racing game. Soccer, basketball, tennis. There's only one worth voting for here,
Yep. Yep.
and I put a ton of hours into it, and I do every
I
year.
still, you know what? Actually, I think I might play that this week because I got it for
The
free on PlayStation Plus, and I still haven't played 2K24.
See, I bought it when it came out. I bought the deluxe edition with all the DLC and all the stuff coming out. So I got the WCW pack. So
Oh,
I got to
nice.
pop that back in because I'm a big WCW guy. Best multiplayer.
Well, that's gonna be either Call of Duty or Helldivers.
By the way, this Mountain Dew Game Fuel Citrus Black Cherry tastes like shit. Yeah, it's shit. This is the first time I've gotten a soda that wasn't zero sugar, and it's just awful. So I haven't had a non-zero sugar in a long time, but I don't know. Best multiplayer, Call of Duty's gonna win,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna go with Helldivers just because it's the one I like the most. Best adaptation.
I haven't played Helldivers. I can't. Uh,
Wait, did Yakuza even come out?
did it?
Wow, this was like the worst received. I think they just didn't have anything else.
I heard that wasn't very well received.
They took everything from the original series. I can't remember the guy's name, but it was like her best friend. They made him gay. They made her secretly gay. It's just awful. You can watch Melanie Max videos on it. It's awful.
There's only 2 winners here, and it's the 2 on the very left. I mean,
Wrong.
Arcane, I haven't watched season 2 of
Wrong.
Arcane. I haven't watched any of season 2 of Arcane, but realistically speaking, Fallout is the winner.
Fallout,
amazing.
Knuckles was fantastic.
What? I mean, Knuckles was okay.
Great.
Knuckles
I
was
enjoyed.
Okay.
You know why? Because I like Idris Elba's Knuckles, and I was laughing out loud through the show. And I haven't done that on a TV show in a very long time.
That is
it
fair.
made me happy.
That's
the thing. The show made me happy, and I haven't watched a show that made me happy in a long time besides Cobra Kai, because most shows are crap these days.
Oh, okay.
But Fallout was really good.
Yeah, Fallout was a freaking masterpiece. Like, I was so shocked that I wasn't even interested in that show before it came out. Then the word of mouth hit, and I'm like, ooh, okay. Yeah, I gotta watch this.
I liked Fallout, but I just enjoyed
away.
Knuckles a lot more.
Fallout all the way for me.
Knuckles is one of my favorite characters, and for me to have watched this and to just laugh so hard, and I just enjoyed it a lot. So
this category's dumb. This category's freaking dumb. Look at the middle one. This is freaking dumb. You already know who won. This is dumb. GTA 6 is on here. That's dumb. The trailer has 218 million views. Why are you gonna put GTA 6 on this freaking list? It's stupid. It won. Like, I'm not even gonna vote. Listen. I would vote for Monster Hunter realistically, but GTA 6 is on here. It's pointless. GTA 6 is the winner.
Who the are these guys?
Okay, I've heard of Queso. I know who Queso is. I don't know who anyone else is.
Has something to do with cheese outside of Waffle House. Could they have picked a better picture?
Yeah.
I mean,
not with him.
Can I skip?
Can you? I think you can. I think you can just hit next.
Tell others to no. Well, you know what? Just because you're in front of Waffle House, dude. There you go.
Yes.
That's the only reason. Best esports game. The esports still exists?
Dude, I don't know, man. I guess.
I hate all of these games except for Counter-Strike.
I don't think I really like any of them either.
Who are these people? See, the only one admitting he's a faker. There you go.
Sure, CSGO, sure.
Who's Chavi? Wait, what? Who are you? I'm going to go with... This is not even a name. Those are just letters. ZMJJKK. Those are just... okay, you know what? I'm going with Faker because that's a master.
Why is this name? Why is this guy's name like his age? 33.
Because he's lazy. I'm going with Faker. I don't know who
Faker
you are.
It is.
Who are you people? Team Liquid. What is this? Counter-Strike, League of Legends?
Billy Gaming?
Why do you guys look the same? Then I don't know who you are. You need a haircut. All of you need haircuts. And what are you holding up? A plate? Is that a serving dish? I don't know. My grandmother would be upset with you. Um,
Oh,
um,
jeez.
should we go with the Asians? The Asians, these guys, the Asians, or them with the serving dish?
What the heck? Oh
um,
no.
Genji, Billy Gay,
Billy Gay.
Hey, listen. Um,
Uh,
I'm gonna go with T1, just because
Terminator.
my first name starts with a T.
Sure.
So,
T1.
oh, is that done? We're done. Way, we're done. No, I don't want to be notified of anything. That was
Oh
the
my
worst
god.
voting, worst picks I have ever seen for anything in my life.
Unreal.
Oh, oh, wow, that was awful, dude. Like,
I'm
you
just like
think
looking
about
back.
it,
Like, what?
were those all the games that we really got this year?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what better games? I mean, ignore what got nominated for what.
There
This
wasn't
year really
much.
did suck for games.
It
We
absolutely
had a
did.
decent
My
handful.
my best memories were Rebirth and Astrobot because they really stuck with me in ways that certain games haven't in a minute. Um, I don't
Wait a
I
minute.
don't know.
Hold on. There was a game. Did it come out last year? Hold on. I need to see. Whoop. I'm thinking, what?
I think last year had like a bunch of games.
I'm trying to think. Did this come out this year or last year? I think this came out. No, it didn't. Did it come out back in April?
Oh, last year, yeah, last year had a bunch of stuff.
No, this year. No, no,
Oh,
no. There's a certain game. I'm trying to, before I say anything. Did it come out last year? Did it come out this year? Oh, wow. And it didn't get. Wow. March 12th, 2024. Contra Operation Galuga did not get nominated for
anything.
anything. And that was probably my most played game this year. I
Dang.
beat that game 3 times.
Wow.
Or two and a half, because I beat it by myself. I beat it with my buddy Richard, and then
Yeah.
started going through it again on the hardest difficulty with the new characters, and it didn't get nominated for Jack, and it was a brand new game, fantastic by Way Forward.
Hmm.
Yet Belartro, fucking card game.
Well, I
Not even
mean,
like a Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh or something. It's just literally a card game.
well, think of last year. Hogwarts Legacy got nothing.
Yeah,
That
well,
was
that was
stupid.
all politics too. Same
Yeah.
reason Stellar Blade didn't get nominated for Game of the Year. It's all politics. It's BS.
Yeah. Last year had
Such
a
is
bunch
life,
of
right?
stuff too. It
Yeah,
had last year
was
had Spider-Man 2, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, Street Fighter 6, Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Diablo 4, Mario Wonder, Final Fantasy
Mario.
16, Starfield, Jedi Survivor, Liza P, Resident Evil 4, Metroid Prime Remastered, Dead Space Remake, Pikmin
Wow.
4,
Whether you like any of these or not, whether it doesn't matter the opinion, that's a lot of games
there was quite a few last year.
that are AAA.
Yeah, yeah. Fire Emblem Engage, Forspoken, for crap, Ken. With that game,
For Woken,
there we go. Dead Island 2.
that wasn't
Um,
that bad.
I liked it. I
That
really
wasn't
liked
that
it.
bad.
Hogwarts Legacy, of course, was last
Hogwarts
year.
Legacy was. I tore through that game. Tore
Yeah,
through that
I
game.
I was so addicted,
Oh, you
unbelievably
should see
addicted.
the
I should play it
performance
again.
on PS5 Pro. I didn't think I'd be
I
able to
bet.
notice it. I uploaded. I mean, frame rate, just the ray tracing, the shadows, the lighting, the draw distance, everything is just fantastic. I honestly didn't think I would notice like that big of a difference, but yeah, definitely. Same thing with Spider-Man. I mean, depending on the games that you're playing, you don't notice the difference
Mhm.
on PS5 Pro. But if
Mhm.
you're playing faster games, especially open world, you do notice. So,
Well,
but you
that's
know what?
cool.
I just saw over here. John makes a good point. Next year, game of the year is Doom Dark Age.
Not if GTA 6 doesn't get delayed.
It will. It
I
will.
think it
It's going
will
to be
too.
2026. Yeah.
I think it will too, regardless of what they're saying. I think it will too.
But did you hear about what one of the lead developers or directors or something said? He
What is
didn't
that?
want it to release under a Trump presidency. I'm like,
What does that have to do with a video game?
thank you.
It doesn't matter.
It's like, what does that mean? I
that,
mean,
that makes zero sense. Okay.
so you don't want it to release when the economy's better and more people can buy it? Um, I don't understand.
Mm.
But that I don't think that means anything because shareholders would be like,
Yeah.
you put that game out there. Is it
Mhm.
finished? You're not going to hold it. You put that game out there. We want money. That's what
Yeah.
it's going to be.
Oh gosh. Redfall
Yeah.
released last year. I forgot that game existed. I completely forgot that game existed.
Metal Gear Solid Delta comes out next year too. It's going to be a big one.
And Monster Hunter, obviously. I mean, that's gonna
Monster
be
Hunter's going
as
to be
good
a
as
big
Doom
one.
will be. Monster Hunter is gonna be my game of the year, just because the amount of hours I'm gonna play of it.
If Gears of War E Day doesn't get pushed back, it's going to be really tough for me to decide between Doom, Gears, Monster Hunter. It's going to be really tough.
That's three
But
bangers.
I'm going to be eating really nice. The only thing is because I'm actually going to I play all my Doom games on Xbox. But because I have a PS5 Pro, this will be the first time I buy it on PlayStation.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I played Doom 2016 on PC, and then the second and Eternal I played on Xbox.
Yeah, I got them both on Xbox. And it's going to be weird, but this will be the first time I do that because I prefer my first person shooters with the Xbox controller. I just think it's a much better controller
Yeah.
for first person games. It's just the style. Like, even though I think I have, well, no, this is better because the 8-bit do just,
Yeah.
it just feels better when you have an offset stick. I just realized I don't have an actual Xbox controller around here because I don't like the Series X controller. I hate the D-pad on the Series X controller. That's why I'm always using third party.
Mhm.
Plus, between GameSir and 8-bit do,
Mhm.
you just can't beat those. But that's topics for my daily videos.
Dude, I'm looking at like Game of the Year nominees, like 2016. How the fact that Overwatch won Game of the Year is kind of hilarious.
And now it's all but a dead game
Yeah, the
because the
second
whole
one,
just basically getting rid of 1 for 2 piss people
stupid.
off. And yep.
Stupid. I played it when it first came out, and it was like, so you got rid of all the stuff that people had and the things people loved, and not to mention their microtransaction loot box system they had in the first game actually kind of worked.
Right.
But what they have with the second game, it's just like, oh, so you want people to pay this money for this and that and this and that, all
The
these
thing
skins and
is,
stuff. Like,
I think that they didn't want people to say, hey, we have 1 and 2. I don't really like 2. I'm just going to keep playing 1. But we just spent all this money making 2. Play 2. So they forced it on you.
so you're gonna tell me that they sell physical copies of Overwatch 1 still in the store, even though the game is just Concord 2.0? Like,
Well, actually, that would
it's
be
stupid.
Concord 0.5.
Concord
Yeah.
0.5? Yeah.
Oh, Concord. You know, I have 2 sealed copies of that game.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that coaster. It actually is much of a game as this. It's a coaster right there. You know what? You know
it's
what
gonna
makes
win.
that cool?
It's gonna win Game of the Year.
You know what that is?
What is that?
It's a Power Rangers. The power
That's
coin
what I
that's
thought it
in the
was.
back of the Megazord when they all combine.
I figured that's what that was.
And then my other coaster over here, White Ranger. So I got those for Christmas a number of years ago. My wife got it for me. Dave, you in the chat? No? Okay. See, I only mentioned it. How many times did I mention her? Yeah, I mentioned my wife. There you go, twice.
Twice. Wow.
Mentioning her. So
how did Overwatch beat Uncharted 4 and Doom 2016 and Titanfall 2 for Game of the Year?
Doom. Wait, in what year?
2016. Overwatch won over Doom and Uncharted 4 and Titanfall 2.
who won in 2020? Do you have the
Oh, 2020 was Last of Us 2.
over Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal?
Hang on, let's see what the Game of the Year nominees were in 2020.
Can you share the screen?
Whoa! It won. I was just googling it. 2020 was Ghost of Tsushima, Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing, Hades, Last of Us 2, and Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Oh,
And Last of Us 2 beat all those amazing games.
bull.
Yep, I was like, oh, wow.
I own every single one of those games, every single one, and I
Me
think
too.
there's only one of those to this day that I still play. That's Animal Crossing. But
Mhm.
if I had to pick that year,
Doom Eternal. It was FF7 remake for me. Shocker. But
it
Ghost
would
of Tsushima was really good too.
That's
I
tough.
really like
That
that
was a
game.
tough year.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
a really good game.
again. I actually think I did a video that year. It was like my first year of the channel. I think that was the first year of my channel, my first actual year. Yeah, because I started in like sometime in 2019, but didn't go daily until like 2021 or something like
Mhm.
that. So it was like 2 half-assed years. But yeah, I made yeah. What do you call it? I nominated Cyberpunk as well.
Cyberpunk. What was
That
that
was
even?
2020.
Was it really?
Yep.
It was 2021. I think 2021 was like a really that was a low year because It Takes Two won that year.
But I heard that was a really good game.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
still
own
had
it.
yet
My
to play
wife
it.
has it. There you go. Dave, drink again. Where are you, Dave? You're not there.
Yeah, because like it wasn't heavy competition like Resident Evil Village, Metroid Dread, Ratchet and Clank, which I really should. That's a really good game, Ratchet and Clank
Rift
Rift Apart.
Apart?
I loved that game. Yeah, I feel like up until Astrobot, like that was one of those games that
See,
pushed the
the thing
PS5.
is, I really enjoyed the game until they shoved Rivet on me, and I'm like, she's soulless.
Oh, okay, yeah,
She wasn't. You know how Ratchet and Clank have that banter, and they just. I've loved
yeah,
the Ratchet and
yeah,
Clank series, and then they went, "Hey, now use her." I'm like, why?
yeah.
And where's her personality? She was very soulless, and I
Mhm.
didn't like that. So it was like, eh. So
Just
she
okay.
could have been better if she was, because she just didn't fit with the rest of the characters that had been established. They were funny, they
Yeah.
had personalities, and well, I can go on about that
Yep.
for a while because I really love the Ratchet and Clank series. I think my favorite was Up Your Arsenal and then Deadlocked.
I have a buddy who played all of them. I didn't play. I don't think I played any of them until the 2016 one.
Oh
I think it
wow,
was
the
16.
remake?
Yeah, I think that was the first one I really like actually played
That
before
was a good
Rift
one though.
Apart.
The remake
Yeah,
was good. Yeah.
yeah. Were they supposed to come out? Did they ever come out with that movie? They were supposed to come out with a movie. Did
Yeah,
they ever come out with that? They did.
I have it on Blu-ray. I
Shoot,
saw it in
I've never
theaters.
watched it. I have never
Yeah,
watched it. I
it's
should
based
probably
off the
watch it.
first game.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
based on.
I
No,
should.
no, 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 because it's after the Quark thing. Yeah, it's after Quark because it's on a streaming service, and I'm pretty sure it's on one of the ones you have.
Mhm.
It was enjoyable. I still need to watch the Gran Turismo movie. It's on
I haven't
streaming.
seen that either. Yeah, I
Yeah, it's
haven't
on.
seen
I
that
think it's
either.
on Netflix, and I'm like, oh, I need to watch that.
Yeah,
So,
speaking of Netflix, the stupid fight. I didn't watch it.
oh, all right. Let's stop talking about the Game Awards. Let's do our side quest before we call a night. Did you? You said you didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
Neither
No.
did I. I was busy, but I was looking at X, and apparently the only thing that it worked for was Mike Tyson's butt.
Yeah.
And oh
Yeah.
my god, my feed was full of Mike Tyson butt memes within minutes after it happened. But um, what did you think about the outcome of that fight?
Dude, it's so stupid. It was like I swear, and I had a feeling beforehand that it probably was scripted. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it totally had to have been for the amount of money that was involved, the amount of hype behind it, the amount of time that it took before it happened.
Did you see his training videos, Mike Tyson's training videos?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you saw how he was fighting in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was BS.
Exactly.
I don't believe it in the slightest.
No.
I heard he got paid 20 million, and some people are saying he got paid 20 million to take the fall. And he went, okay. But 20 million is 20 million.
Yeah.
Even if you're Mike Tyson, it's still 20 million's 20 million. And
Hmm.
is it going to damage his legacy? No.
No.
He bit Evander Holyfield's ear off. That didn't damage his
Yeah.
legacy. It became part of it.
Hmm. Exactly.
Whatever. But everybody loves Mike Tyson anyway. So even after he did that, is what it is. And Cody says, I hate the Paul brothers as much as I hate Mr. Beast. Apparently, that's a very shared sentiment. A lot of people don't like him.
I give Logan some credit though in WWE. He's a good wrestler. He's a good
Exactly.
wrestler. He's good in the
And
ring.
you know what? I've seen clips from that podcast, and he started to come around.
Hmm.
And I don't really like his take on Christianity, but it seems
Hmm.
like he's coming around.
Yeah.
So I'll give everybody a chance if they start, listening to others, especially those of us with Christian values and whatnot.
Hmm.
So who are practice and study and all that
He
other stuff.
seems like he's open to a lot of
Right,
different things that he
right.
talks with people about on his podcast.
And we both know they're based. Both of them are based. So
Hmm. Yeah, I remember the first time I think I found Logan Paul. I knew who he was when like he found
the
that
thing,
body
Japan,
or
yep,
whatever.
that's the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time I ever heard of him.
yeah.
And
Because
I
they
was
kicked
like,
him
I
off
don't
or
know. And I was like, why does he have my name? Why does he have my name?
something.
But that was about it. I I'll give it to him. I just think Jake Paul's a little too cocky, but I'm pretty sure he did it on purpose. It was all a show. It
Yep.
was all a show. So,
Yep.
but no, I didn't watch a thing. And then once I did see some replays on X, it looked like a joke to me.
Oh yeah.
Because it just
Yeah.
he
No
went
way,
all
Mike.
8 rounds and
Yeah. No.
whatever.
I think Mike Tyson would have liked it regardless of his age, with how much he was training and the way those training videos looked.
Whoops. Boom. Yep.
Just,
The Keeleys are just PlayStation Awards. I don't know why gamers keep giving this show any weight. That is true.
yeah.
uh yeah. Yeah.
They are
Yeah,
not.
you're right, John. Logan is a famous name because there's a restaurant. I've been to Logan's Steakhouse. Fantastic, by the way. Great steaks. And then Wolverine, but I'm still the greatest of all time. I am the Logan goat. So
I'm
there
just a
you go.
menace.
Oh yeah. Wait a second. Dennis Menace
Yeah.
DM and get okay. It could go with it. You could do something with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So no. But eh, eh. I didn't really care too much. I'm not a boxing guy. I never really cared for it.
Yeah.
But I do know this was supposed to be a very big fight and whatever is what it is. I'd
If
rather
people could
watch
watch it without
UFC.
a if people could watch it without it buffering 24/7.
Oh yeah. See now I think John had mentioned it something about oh yeah. He says wait where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right there. But Netflix needs to fix it because of WWE. With Raw,
Yeah, you're right. Because a
but
lot of people are going
it's
to
not
claim
going to
it
be
wrong.
250 million people
No.
because
Yeah.
that's apparently what was trying to watch 250 million people on Netflix.
Yep.
But
Yep.
they were playing it in bars, they were playing it in restaurants, they were playing it everywhere.
Yeah.
So
It's not
yeah,
like yeah, something like that wasn't like that's something that's like a one-time event type big deal. It's not like
right,
I see that being worse on Netflix than even like let's say WrestleMania, just because not
right.
everyone watches that versus freaking Mike Tyson fight like that.
You're talking about almost. I don't know what the true numbers are. I heard 250 million, but Raw will probably have on cable TV 1 to 2 million people on average. For a bad night, sometimes up to 3 million. I
Unless The
think we're
Rock
going to
is
see.
there or something,
Yeah, I
you
think
know.
we're going to see an average about 2 million people
Yeah.
watching it on Netflix.
Yeah. Cuz
I'm
I
going to be
think
watching it.
the only times that like SmackDown or Raw was like peak viewership going crazy was before Mania with The Rock being on there like
Yeah.
consistently.
Didn't they peak at like 3.8, 3.6 or something like that? It was
I,
almost 4 million.
I don't know the exact numbers.
I want to say it was high.
It
And
had to
I
have
hadn't
been.
seen numbers like
because
that since
between
after the Monday Night Wars.
yeah, because between Elimination Chamber and Mania, every week was just everybody had to tune in because The Rock was there
Yep.
every week. It was insane.
And John Cena, and then we had the Undertaker. Everybody came back, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, that was a phenomenal ending. That was phenomenal. And to think that they're going to try upping that next year is actually kind of I don't know. I don't know how, but I mean, I'm excited to see I'm just excited to see John Cena and the build up with him for his last year, and The
wait,
Rock's going to be back for Mania
you
again.
were a Cena kid, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. See,
Yep.
when I was young, we had the Monday Night Wars,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a WCW kid.
Yep.
So, yeah, I didn't. When John Cena came around, I was like, oh, I can't stand this guy.
Yeah.
I can't stand this guy. So, those of us who went through the Monday Night Wars, we weren't really a fan of him.
Mhm.
We're not like all the big names now, like, say, Roman Reigns. A lot of us Monday Night Wars kids don't like a lot of these people, but now we're starting to come around.
Yeah.
So,
Well, a lot of people
but
don't like Cody Rhodes either. But apparently he's the next Cena, they're trying to say.
yes, I do remember Sting in the Rafters. I remember watching that, and I'm like, oh, stop. I was like, eh. It was like that was the coolest thing in the world. But back then, I had to watch it on WCW Worldwide because we didn't have cable. So WCW Worldwide came on late Saturday nights on syndication. So they would show highlights from Nitro and Thunder along with like one or two matches, and that's how I had to watch it back then. It sucked, but that's how I was watching. And then ECW would come on after that. So, but this was like late at night,
Oh,
like midnight,
ECW.
1 in the morning. Yeah, and yeah, I was. Once it finally came to TV in South Florida, I was like, oh, I became really big into ECW when I saw Taz and Mike Awesome and Masato Tanaka and all those other man. uh, Rob Van Dam and Jerry Lynn and Sabu and man, just incredible. The Impact players, Lance Storm. Sorry, it was man. Those were the days. I met a lot of those guys too at TNA Hardcore Justice 2010. Did a fan meet and greet. Fantastic, great time.
Hmm.
The only person that was actually Mick Foley's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
he's just a dick.
Yeah.
Devon was a dick. Bubba Ray, Brother Ray, fantastic, awesome dude.
Yeah.
Sandman, not all there, but great guy. Like you could tell he was the nicest dude. Rhino was nice, but you could tell something was up. He didn't want to be there. And apparently I heard that I remember there was some kind of family issue that he left in order to be there because contractual issue. What's his name? Who else did I meet? Just Incredible was awesome. He was really nice. Tommy Dreamer, one of the nicest. Steven Richards, super nice guy. So I met a lot of those guys. They were all really cool. But yeah, okay. I'm old. What? What are we saying here? That was on TNN, yes, and when it became Spike TV. My wrestling name is J-Man. So you got D-Man versus J-Man. I would like to see that fight. Hardcore. No holds barred. Yeah, do that. Oh yeah, no, New Jack wasn't there because New Jack was not allowed in at the time because there was a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, New Jack's not a nice guy. That's all I know. I've never met him, but New Jack, I heard stories. Cage match
man.
on. There you go. That's what you guys should do.
Oh, definitely.
J-Man versus D-Man cage match in 2K24. Should do it.
Oh, I missed. He said something about DX before. I'm like, oh, I miss DX, man. I miss those days.
I was an NWO for life. Huge Hogan fan. Well, you guys seen it. I'm Hogan t-shirts. I'm huge Hogan fan. I've met a lot of, you know who's a dick? Kevin Nash. He's a real asshole.
Isn't Ric Flair kind of mean too?
I never met Ric Flair. So AJ Styles, one of the nicest dudes I've ever met. He was in the ring posing for me. He's like, you got, like, and
that's cool.
Super nice.
That's cool.
Booker T, was I know he was kayfabe, but he almost hit me and he pushed me out of the way. So did there was the Devon versus Bubba Ray match, and yeah, I got shoved by Bubba Ray. I mean,
Hmm,
like right in the middle of my chest. Poof, I was like, whoa, that was.
that's
But I could go
cool.
on. I
Yeah,
could go on talking
I'm
about wrestling and all the events I've been to over the years.
I genuinely am probably going to get tickets for Royal Rumble. I really genuinely am probably going to. After SummerSlam being my first event I ever went to,
Mm-hmm.
there's that feeling of going to that, man. It's something else actually being there. It's something
Have you been
else.
to any smaller shows?
No, no, I
Okay.
haven't.
I've been to the big shows. I went to Survivor Series back in 2008, 2009, something like that. And I went to I haven't been to too many WWE ones, but I went to a lot of, I've been to plenty of AEW ones
Hmm.
and WCW ones, but there's nothing like a TNA show. They're
Yeah.
smaller. The crowd is really into it. And no matter where you are, you're spitting distance
Oh,
from the ring.
I
And
it sucks that you're saying that now because
the
TNA was
energy.
just here in Detroit not like a
I
month
know.
ago. I didn't go, even though I love the Hardys and I love Joe Henry. I don't even watch Joe
Everybody
Henry.
loves Joe Hendry.
Dude, I didn't know who he was until I seen the memes, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, this
That's
guy.
what a lot of WWE fans, they did not know him.
Dude, just make him number 30 in the Royal Rumble. Just do it just for fun. Just freaking throw him in there.
And
It'd
then
be
have him
amazing.
win.
That would be insane.
Well,
But let's
there
be honest. Let's
you've
be
heard all
real
the
though.
rumors. His contract is ending in 2025. WWE
Oh
is going to
man.
snatch him up in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah. They have to 100%. I don't know how early in 2025, but if he's in the Royal Rumble, that'd be amazing. But I think
Yeah,
realistically,
I don't know when. I think it's to the end of 2025. I
dang.
think. Don't quote me on that.
If I'm being
But
honest though, John Cena's probably going to win the Royal Rumble. They're probably going to give it to him. Kind of predictable. It's his last year. They're letting him make his own decisions.
you know who I
So
don't like, and I'm tired of him?
John Cena.
No,
Oh,
Cody.
Cody.
He's boring.
I do. I do. I get finishing the story. Like
Right?
majority of people like wanted that, so at the
Yeah,
time it made sense. But they're saying that they're thinking of not letting him get rid of the title for a while, and I'm
I
like,
heard about that.
come on, WrestleMania,
And they
maybe,
don't really
but
need to.
no.
Roman had it. We just went through one really long title reign.
Mm-hmm.
And do we really need another one? I get that's why they have the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
So it's past, it's not quite hot potato, but it changes hands more often. I understand that. That's completely fine. But Cody, he's now at that point where he was in AEW where people didn't care. I think he's on the cusp of that.
Yeah.
He might be. Yeah.
I just
I'm not boring. What is this? Roman
I don't
Reigns?
know.
Oh, Cody. Ah, I see what I see what you did there, Cody. But Cody is boring, Cody. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
So,
would like. I don't know. I want Randy to have a title again, but
well, he just got hurt.
was that like I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
how
legit.
legit that was.
Yeah,
Really?
it was a shoot. It wasn't work. Yeah.
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 That means he might not be around to fight Cena.
Correct.
Depending on how long he's out.
It looks like it might be a while.
That sucks.
So,
I wanted him and Cena at WrestleMania, but
yeah. I want this whole bloodline thing to end because I think it's now the bloodline is getting watered down.
I think they've been building certain things pretty well, but I think it's not going to end until WrestleMania when they do Rock versus
Agreed.
Roman. Rock versus Roman.
I don't think it's going to be Rock versus Roman now. I think Rock's going to come back and join Roman. I think it's going to be OG bloodline with The Rock
And
versus
Rock also teased fighting Cody for his belt too, so it's like, what the heck? What's going on here?
yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
Rock's gonna be a once a year type guy, it seems
Yeah.
like, when it comes to wrestling, but like that's what brings in more fans for WrestleMania.
Well, his
So,
movies haven't been doing well, so he needs a bigger
That is true.
payday.
That is true. He hasn't
Because
come out with
I heard Red
anything.
One bombed. It only did 30 million the opening weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually want to see that. My
yeah,
wife and
so
I
do I.
were just like, that looks kind of funny, and
Yep.
it looks funny. So it's just
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on Saturday probably to go see that. I'm thinking. I don't think Rock's come out with like a big blockbuster in a minute, really, like a really popular one. Like, I
What is your
mean,
favorite Rock movie?
now I gotta look up how many
See,
movies he's made. He's made so many.
mine would be between Scorpion King and Rampage. I did like Jumanji; it was funny,
Rampage is
but
a
I
guilty
loved,
pleasure.
yeah, I love Rampage because that was my favorite video game as a kid growing up in the arcades. I'd pump all my quarters in, and I just loved it, and it was a guilty pleasure, and I don't care what anybody thinks. And having George flip him off, that was hilarious. So, Tooth Fairy,
Um,
there you go,
Tooth
Tooth
Fairy.
Fairy.
No, no, Logan. What if I were to say Doom? I'm kidding.
You know what? I like Doom. Carl
Really,
Urban was badass in that movie.
Carl Urban? Yeah,
But Carl Urban, in my opinion, his best movie was Judge Dredd. He was a
yeah,
badass. That Judge
yeah,
Dredd movie kicked ass.
yeah. I don't
But
know what my favorite
Tooth
Rock movie is,
Fairy.
dude.
Nope, nope. Sorry, John. We're gonna have to say shh. No more typing for you.
I think it's because most of Rock's movies are just he's playing himself. You
Yes,
know.
it's The Rock as The Rock in.
Yeah, like even Moana, it's The Rock just like
Yeah,
animated in a way, you know.
yeah, and he was The Rock in all the Jumanji movies.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna do one more. They teased
Yeah,
it.
probably.
Yeah,
I'm one of those. I do like the whole. I think The Rock and Kevin Hart together is hilarious. I like
it
Kevin
is.
Hart. So when you
Hmm.
put the two of them together, I just think it's really funny. Oh, he was in all those Fast movies
Yep.
after, I don't know, but he was in those.
I think
Get Smart. He was in Get Smart.
I really enjoyed Fast and Furious till 7 when they ended Paul Walker's story. I did really like it up to 7, and then after that, it
Correct.
was just okay. Why are we still doing this? Why are
Once
we
they
still
started,
going?
I think Fast 10 was a little ridiculous.
Yes.
Once they went into space and all that, I was like, all
Yep.
right. And then what
Yep.
do you call it? He's just all. Jason Momoa was
Jason Momoa.
awful in that movie. I'm like, dude, you're a good actor. This character is not you. He
Mhm.
just could not land that
So
character.
weird.
It
And they're
was
still supposed to do one more. It's supposed to be a
yeah.
two-parter.
What is it supposed to be? Fast 11? What are they going to call it? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
Fast X1. I mean, it's well, the naming conventions. But
freaking Hollywood, man.
oh,
Freaking Hollywood.
not get into that. But hey,
Yeah.
maybe with everything turning around, we might get some good movies. I don't know.
I am really hopeful for Avengers with the Russo brothers being back. I am hopeful.
I'm not hopeful for anything Disney
I am.
until I actually see change because Deadpool
Yeah.
Wolverine was fantastic, but
Hmm.
Disney had as little input as they possibly could because
Hmm.
Ryan Reynolds ran everything.
I'm worried about Daredevil.
Daredevil's gotten some really good. Well, the trailers seem to be really good, and it looks like
Hmm.
they're going back to Netflix style and not
Hmm.
that garbage
Yeah.
She-Hulk crap.
And the guy who plays Kingpin said he wasn't going to come back if the script wasn't good. So I hope. Yeah, fingers crossed. Don't
And
ruin Daredevil.
what's his name supposed to come back? I'm brain farting as on his name. Punisher.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah.
So, and
Most
I
like.
think he's a you know what's funny? I hated him because of his character in Walking Dead, but once I was like, okay, separate the art from the artist. He's awesome. And the Punisher was. I'm a big
Yeah,
Punisher
dude.
fan. And all the movies, even the Dolph Lundgren one,
Yeah.
and I really like Punisher.
Yeah.
And seeing that show, that was nuts.
Like
That was
this I remember really well the scenes like in the woods
right.
when his friend I think they were being attacked or something like
Uh
crazy. Absolutely
see
craziness.
of all the Punisher media, whatever you want to call it, the game was really good. All the Punisher games were actually the Capcom beat 'em up and the one on PS2. But did you ever watch Punisher War Journal? Was it War Journal or Warzone? Punisher Warzone?
I think it's
War
Warzone.
Journal.
I think it's
Well,
Warzone.
the second one that didn't have Tom Jane in it.
Yeah. Yeah, the one with
So
what's this actor's name? Ray
who
Stevenson.
Right.
RedE2
He
even.
passed away recently.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the one time where the guy took the shotgun, pointed at him, and he snapped his elbow, and the bone came out, and then shot himself in
Yeah.
the face. I
Yep.
was like, dude,
Mhm.
that was Punisher, pure Punisher.
Yep.
That was. I'll
Yep.
never forget that scene. I can't tell you
They
anything else about the rest of the movie, but I remember that scene.
as of right now, they really have done well with Punisher, like in general. So I mean,
I'm worried about Blade, but it looks like this Blade movie's kind of being canceled
yeah, it's seeming
because
that
this
way.
guy's like, that's not Blade. What you're doing with Blade, I'm out unless you make it Blade.
Just bring
So
Wesley Snipes back at this point. Keep him.
we know he can do it.
Yeah, just do a Blade 4 or bring him. They might even bring him into these Avengers movies. Who knows? So I
And
mean,
I love those Blade movies. I even
yeah.
like Blade Trinity. I
Oh yeah.
didn't care. The
Okay.
baby Gucci Goo. I'm sorry, that was great. That was great. I fucking love that movie.
Oh,
So
I don't care. I'm
and
not a
the
hater of any of
Spawn
them.
movie is in development. Spawn
Oh
movie
yeah.
is in
Yep.
development. Yes. I'm looking
With
forward to that.
what's the actor's name that's playing Spawn?
I can't remember.
Played Electro. Uh,
And Jamie Foxx? No.
yeah, yeah. It's supposed to be Jamie Foxx, I think.
No. As Al Simmons, that doesn't make any sense.
From what I remember, yeah, it was supposed to be Jamie Foxx playing Spawn.
He's too old, too small. I mean, he's
Well,
not he's not big enough.
he's the one that
Like
they.
Michael Jai White was a great Spawn. I don't care what anybody said. I love that movie. I saw it in theaters. The rated
Yeah.
R version was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then even John Leguizamo, he's insane, but the clown, that was a great clown. So, but
The official
yeah,
title of the new Spawn movie is titled King Spawn.
yep. There's a
Apparently.
comic book called King Spawn,
Yeah.
which was very good. I only read the first few issues, but I'll tell you what, that would be fantastic.
That'd be cool as
Spawn
heck.
versus Batman, because the books were great.
Yeah, just do an
Now,
animated movie.
you do know you're familiar with Spawn, right?
Yeah.
You know how he has the stitches down the middle of his face?
Yeah.
Do you know how he got those stitches down the middle of his face?
How did he get him?
So, he never had them in the comic book until they did the crossover with Batman. At the end of the book, after they went through their entire fight, they team up and everything, you see Batman throws a batarang. Boom, sticks right in the middle of his face.
Oh.
From that crossover out, he had the stitches through the middle of his face.
That's cool.
So they kept it going. It wasn't just a thing. They kept it going. And I was like, oh, that's how it came. Yep. Batman gave him those iconic stitches. But yeah, Spawn will win. Because John's like, I know who's gonna win. And it's Spawn. Spawn actually Batman.
Give Batman his preparation time.
He's gonna need a lot.
Yeah,
because like they don't have that kind of stuff in the DC universe, especially which version of Batman are we talking about?
that is, yeah,
So
that's true.
and the way DC universe is going now, it's just awful.
Yeah.
So
People keep telling me, someone keeps telling me to watch Penguin. I'm like, I mean, I heard it's really good, but
the last DC show I watched was Gotham, and that was pretty good.
I liked it.
But I've heard everything since then has been just dog shit, just like Marvel. It's like, who's watching any of the latest Marvel shows? Did you watch Agatha all along?
No,
No, nobody did.
I don't
Nobody
care.
did.
I
Less
just-
people watched it than they watched The Acolyte. And like,
Well, nothing like I feel like Marvel the past few years has made shows that don't connect properly with everything. They just throw them
Disney
out
has
there.
turned
And
Marvel
it's just
and Star Wars into girl brands. Girls
just-
don't watch that shit.
it just doesn't make sense because like I remember all the way up until Endgame, ever since I was a kid, like every single movie.
Kid.
Well, yes, of course, I was a kid when Iron Man came
You know
out.
when Iron Man came out, what, 2008, right?
Yes.
I was 25.
Wow. Okay.
I turned 20 in 2000
Yeah.
at the end of 2003.
Well, when the MCU started,
And was
all the years
Paramount actually?
all the years since the MCU started, every time there was a movie and then there was a post-credit scene, it was like you were excited to see what was going to happen next because you didn't know what was going to happen next every single time. Like after once the Avengers hit, you had to stay for that
Hmm.
post-credits. You had to see what the heck was going to happen.
Yep.
And then phase 2, it's like, okay, all right, what's going on here? What's the build up here? And then we got Ultron, which I still really like that movie. I don't care what anybody says. I really like Age of
Agreed.
Ultron.
I didn't like Iron Man 3. I thought Iron Man 3 was trash, but
There's always it's always 2 and 3. It's one or the other. Some people think 2's
I
trash. Some
really
people
liked
think
2
3
because
is
I liked
trash.
Whiplash. I thought it
Whiplash.
was I thought that was an awesome movie.
Yeah.
I liked it. But 3 with all the armors and it was
Well, they didn't do Mandarin right. So I mean,
oh, don't get me started in Mandarin. They made it an actor. I was like, good go away. It's like, yeah, that was awful.
yeah.
But yeah, everything after Endgame has been trash except for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is so good.
And now
Man, it's like
Deadpool, Wolverine, that was it.
it's because fan service. The fan service stuff is what's making the big money on it.
But it's the right fans. You go to
Yeah.
the real fans, not the Disney fans, not the people that want it with some kind of stupid agenda or nonsense. No, give it to, I'm gonna say it, the old guys, the guys that who actually spend the money. And yes, guys, because we're the ones who put money into the comic books, into the collectibles, into the movies, into the games. We're the audience for comic books. We always have been. It's always been guys. And once Disney wraps their stupid little head around that we're the ones that shell out the money for that, then money's going to start coming back in. Look at Deadpool and Wolverine right there. How many billions? What, it was like 1.7 billion? 1.6 billion?
Yeah. Exactly.
Because they did right by the guys. I'm sorry.
I will admit, I think the trailers, I don't know about the movie, but I think the trailers for Captain America 4 look decent. They gave me some Winter Soldier vibes, like that's espionage type deal, but I don't.
They're on their 4th set of reshoots, right?
Really?
They went through 3 test screenings and they all came back awful. And they were, one of them, from my understanding, was test screened in New York. And people were like, this is unwatchable. And one of the test screenings, I don't know where they are now, it was all about America bad, America bad, America bad. And people were like, yeah, I don't want to watch this shit. Like, I don't know which test screening it was, but people got up and walked out of a free movie. So why do you think it's been pushed back over and over and over and over?
Yeah.
And all the Marvel and Star Wars projects have gotten pretty much canceled until.
Yeah, I would say the best, looking at the TV shows, the best one that they did was Loki, because I think Loki's awesome.
I haven't watched any of the TV shows. I don't think I've watched any of the TV shows.
WandaVision?
No, I didn't.
No.
Okay, the way they portrayed Scarlet Witch in the movies up to Endgame was correct. The way they portrayed her afterwards, she was a twat. She wasn't even though she was the reason House of M happened, she was the villain per se. She was the villain in WandaVision, but they didn't want you to know she was the villain. They're like, no, she's not. Yes, she was the villain. And I watched, I think, 1 or 2 episodes and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. And it's just, it's so hard to watch Marvel TV because when their movies are so bad, like look at Ant-Man and Wasp, look at, what was it, Quantumania? Oh.
I keep forgetting this stuff exists. Like Secret Invasion, I forgot that existed.
Oh.
I forgot that even happened.
And that was such a good arc in the books.
Yeah.
It was... Wow, and they just squandered it.
I'm pretty sure I highly doubt they're bringing the scrolls even back at this point, because it sounds to me like they just want to, after this coming year, we're going straight into Doctor Doom with these Avengers things, and Spider-Man 4 is going to take place after the first Avengers movie here, so I'm wondering how that's going to connect.
It takes place in the 60s. Yeah,
Which one does?
Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, Fantastic Four. That's right.
So
Forgot
that
about
takes
that.
place in the 60s.
Yeah.
Now, I we're running pretty long here because we're talking about our side quest went very long, but I do want your opinion on what you think about Robert Downey Jr. being Doctor Doom. Do you think
I
it's
mean,
actually Doctor Doom, an alternate reality Tony Stark as Doctor Doom, because that did happen in the
it's
comics?
that's the thing. I was shown that in a video on how Doctor Doom, like how Doom Victor and Tony like swapped or
In an
something, or one of
alternate
them's,
dimension, yeah.
yeah, yeah, or one's Doom and one's not. So
They
maybe,
they could seriously use this to reboot the MCU.
yeah. And I'm
If they do that
wondering,
to reboot it, we could get new Cap, new Iron Man, get rid of She-Hulk, get rid of Ironheart, get rid of Wanda, get rid of
well,
all this
isn't
Agatha, get rid of all that shit.
Secret Wars is supposed to like end the multiverse, so that might change some things.
I really think they need to pick something, have it end because well, they can't use Kang Dynasty anymore. They
Yeah.
got rid of that.
Yeah.
There's I don't know what they need to do
They
is to stop and reboot
yeah.
everything
They need
because
Fantastic
the
Four to
MCU
be a
shit
hit.
right now.
They need
Yeah,
Fantastic Four to be a hit. They need it
I
to
I
like really
think
bad.
Fantastic Four might be what leads to the reboot because it takes place in the 60s and it
Yeah.
might skew the timeline.
Well, to my knowledge, after Secret Wars, they're gonna just focus on X-Men, probably mostly, but we'll see.
Well, as of right now, Hugh Jackman is Wolverine.
Yeah, and to
So
my knowledge, here's the
he
thing.
signed on to
With
be in more movies.
I don't know about Avengers Doomsday, but Secret Wars, if they bring in, well, we got RDJ obviously as Doctor Doom, but if they bring in Hugh Jackman, they bring in Deadpool, they bring in all the Spider-Mans, like if they're doing all that, they're gonna make bank, so much bank. They might even be able to top Endgame if they bring in all the nostalgia, like all the old characters. But
Mm,
it's got to have good story, and I know the
yeah,
Russos, the Russos are really good at with a lot of characters, so
it's
they
Disney.
have
I just don't trust
right.
Disney, but culturally, it looks like we're going the pendulum is swinging. So Hollywood might go, okay, all this woke garbage, people don't want it.
Yeah,
Let's head back to the sensible center. Let's say, hey, let's go back to what made us money,
yeah,
and maybe that'll work. Because everything before Endgame, for the most part, was pretty solid and didn't have any of
pretty
that
solid.
nonsense.
Hmm.
And I think, well, Disney has they're hurting. So look at again. I keep going back to it. Deadpool and Wolverine made the money.
Guardians of the
They
Galaxy
need to go
3
back.
only didn't because I feel like if it was before Endgame, like in
Mm-hmm.
that type, if it was like at that time, it would have made $1 billion. Volume
The,
3, I think.
I think
But
it came
post
out
Endgame,
at a wrong time, and
yep,
I think it just people didn't care after
yep,
two
hmm,
because it's like, what else were you gonna tell us?
yeah.
So
It
I
was
think
such a good ending too. It had a really good ending to their story.
I never saw three. It was the only one I've never seen.
Really, it's really
Yeah,
good.
I
It's really
have
good.
it, but it's one of those I haven't sat down to watch it. And since I stopped going to theaters, like I've been to the movie theaters maybe a handful of times in the last 2 to 3 years. I think it's been about 5 or 6 times altogether.
This
So
year, I've been, I don't know, 2 or 3 times, maybe more. I
when
can't.
did
I
Mario
can't.
come out?
That was last year.
Okay, so I saw that. Puss in Boots, I saw that. Um,
What did
and
I
there was something that
see?
my wife and I went to go see
What came out
recently.
not long ago? Oh, Venom 3. I did go see that.
I want to see that, but my wife's been doing a lot of traveling and work
If you
is.
don't hate the second movie, you won't hate the third
I
movie.
like the second one. I
I
don't
think you'll think it's okay then.
I'm not a big fan of the casting choices for some of the characters, but
Mhm.
at least they were played
I
well for the most
I
part.
think that
I like the second one better than the first one.
even though Venom's goofy, I think it just works. The Eddie Brock, they're the two of them together. I do want a serious Venom. I really, really badly do.
The
But
thing is, it
there's the Sony
works
verse one. It just
in Lethal Protector. There was a line in a line of books called Venom Lethal Protector, and he was funnier in some of those books, and they went with that one, and I get it because if it's just dark all the way through, you end up with Morbius.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? I didn't hate Morbius. I was okay with it all the way until the end.
Mm.
And I was like, oh my god,
We don't talk
the
about
whole
Madam Web. I
that doesn't exist.
it don't exist. Yeah.
My wife saw it. She watched it on streaming, and she's like, it wasn't that bad. I was like, do you know any of those characters? Do you know any of the storylines? Do you know who they actually? No. Do you know how bad? Do you the? And she's like, it seemed like a good chick flick, and I was like, that's what it was.
exactly. Yeah.
And it just disrespects the characters all the way through. It disrespects Marvel, and it. She's like, I don't know any of that, and that's why you didn't hate it. Every person who knows Marvel knew it was just trash.
Yep.
So, and I was like the trailers were awful. Two, the disrespecting of the characters. I was just like, I'm not even touching that. So
I don't understand how they get Venom kind of right and nothing else is working for them. And they have that other movie coming out that I
Spider-Man.
keep forgetting.
The Tom Holland Spider-Man's been pretty all right. I'm not a big fan of the whole not using Mary Jane Watson.
Well,
This
I think
other
they
MJ.
they
I
could
don't
have
get
had
it,
it.
but
They could have had issues if Sony wouldn't have worked with Disney before Endgame, actually, like with those
yeah.
movies as well. They seriously could have just messed up again. I mean, they almost lost Tom Holland, I think, at one point too.
I think
They
he's
renewed
only
his
going in
contract.
for one or two more movies.
Yeah,
and then
he'll
he said he was
probably
done.
he'll definitely be a part of Avengers, and then Spider-Man 4 is confirmed. I mean, he's confirmed for Spider-Man 4 at the moment.
Yeah.
We don't have confirmation for anything with Avengers. We know nothing right now, but they're starting filming in like 5 months. I think Ace said April for Avengers. They're starting filming.
Something like that. But okay, Cody, thanks for being here. Like I said, we're gonna put up starting about 50. I think that's when I'm gonna do it. So I don't know. I'm enjoying this one tonight, but Game Awards, this one audio podcast just isn't gonna cut it. Because our reactions and what we were thinking about, I don't know. But no, I'm not putting anything up until 50. Plus, it's a lot more work, and I've got a lot of work in my real job for the next like 2 weeks, and then I've got family coming in from out of town, and
Yeah, the holidays coming up, man.
yeah.
You know, it's
So
gonna
my
be a
mom's
busy time, dude.
yeah, my mom's actually coming in. This is the first Thanksgiving that she's going to join us at this house, so she's traveling, and then we're doing the Mickey's Christmas thing and all kinds of stuff. But there's going to be a lot of traveling and work. I've got what is it, Wednesday and Thursday? I've got all day streams, not for this, but for my other job, and it's like,
Yeah, yeah. I feel you. I mean, I'm a bit more busy right now between, you know, weekends being busy now, and then my birthday's the end of next month. I don't know if I'm doing much yet.
wait,
Normally, I
the
have a
end of
party.
December?
Yeah, December 28th is my birthday.
Oh, I hope. Do people do the hey, this is birthday and Christmas gift?
It's okay. I have a certain girl that's going to spoil me now. I don't know what she's doing, but apparently I'm supposed to be spoiled. But no, you're right.
Nice.
When it's that close to Christmas,
Take care of her too.
yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. One thing I did get her was an autograph from the guy who plays Neville in Harry Potter when I was at the convention. I'm gonna give her
Okay,
for
that's cool.
Christmas. So
That's cool.
and I'm gonna get her a couple other things too.
Oh, we just found out. Did we talk about this last week? I don't know, but He-Man, Dolph Lundgren is going to be at MegaCon.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's
My wife
really cool,
wants to
man.
meet. What's her name? She played Batgirl in Batman and Robin.
Oh, okay.
And she
I don't
was
know
in
her name.
Clueless. Chat. What's her name? What's her name?
Is it Alicia Silverstone?
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, she wants to take a photo with her, so she loves Clueless. But I think on that note, we've gone on. It's been an hour and a half.
I'm
didn't
surprised
think we were going to run.
I didn't think we would either. I think
we were done with the Game Awards at like 45, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we just went off about wrestling and Marvel, and we didn't even talk about Star Wars. Star Wars sucks.
Yeah, Star Wars sucks. I hate to live in a day and age where I have to say Star Wars sucks.
Thank you. You know how much I have an entire Star Wars shelf out in my living room. The only thing I like from Disney Star Wars is Cara Dune from Mandalorian. So Mandalorian, we got Grogu stuff.
Mm.
I got a Mandalorian statue, a small one. Cal Kestis from
Yep.
Jedi.
Mhm.
That's it.
Rogue
Oh,
One.
and my wife loves the Porgs. That's
Rogue
it.
One.
The only thing. Rogue One was good, but I don't have anything from Rogue One.
Mm.
But yet, like, Han Solo's my favorite character. And they just, Solo sucked. Like, Solo was bad.
What was the point in the movie even being a thing?
To make Lando a guy who boinks robots. I didn't understand that. Why are you falling in? Look at these women, and you're falling in love with a robot, a droid. That was weird. Whoever decided to think, but you know what? This is a good plot point. This is good writing. Needs to be smacked.
Yeah.
And,
I don't.
and
Give
don't
the
get me started
writing.
about the regular.
Like you said, give the writing to the older guys, the older folks that know the original
Jon
older
Favreau
source material.
should have
Jon
run
Favreau?
everything.
Yeah.
But hey, this is another like 7-hour podcast we can do on
It
just
really
Star
is.
Wars alone.
It really is.
So, but with that being said, I think we're going to call it a night. Is there anything that you want to plug before we leave? Anything special you're going to be doing? Any live streams or anything?
I do still want to get back to Dead Space. I'm going to try to this week. Get busy, get distracted, and holidays are coming up soon. But I
I'm
want
going
to
to
get
be
back.
live streaming this coming weekend too. So maybe, yeah. But nothing else. Nothing. That's it. So if you haven't already, subscribe to D-Man. He's already broken well over 1,000. Now we got to get him to 2,000. His link is in the description below. And if you're just watching this, whether you're watching it now or watching it later, we get a lot of views after the fact. I mean, a lot of views after the fact. It's interesting. We doubled our views in one day of people watching it later. So if you're at that point, thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button for D-Man, link in the description below. Thank you guys so much. Maybe Nick will be back someday. Maybe not. I don't know. He's at a concert tonight. So if you guys want, just go spam his channel with the subscribe button. Keep hitting subscribe and subscribe. No, wait, that will unsubscribe if you press it twice. Just comment on all of his videos. Where are you, Nick? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Just on every one of his videos, just comment, where are you? There you go. That'll teach you.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless you all. Like what I always say, be legendary. Thanks again. See, he's got it. He's got it.